to Inside the Market, the podcast where we talk about everything real estate in a way that is easy to understand. Hi, I'm your host, Rebecca Ortiz, real estate agent, and I'm here to help you navigate the world of real estate without all the stress and confusion. And today's episode, we have expert guest, Elsie Garcia, broker from Gold Key Real Estate with us today. Welcome, Elsie.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. He's my broker, so I'm excited to have him here and just to get to pick his brain and see everything that he has to share and all his expertise with us. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the home buying process. I know that a lot of people don't even know where to start at, Elsie, and I know a lot of people are a little afraid or intimidated. Can you explain to us the home buying process? Like, how do you even start? Like, where do you start from?
Well, first things first is to choose a lender. That's the biggest thing.
Okay.
Choose your budget, what you're comfortable with, because everybody will just try to give you your max qualification, but in the end, it's you're the one that's making the payment.
Yeah.
So the first things first is knowing what you're going to want to pay a month.
Okay.
Realistically, So that's what you have to do to start with.
And how do you, what advice do you have for somebody okay, how do I even choose an agent? Where do I look? Not an agent, sorry, a lender. Where do I even start looking for a good lender?
Of course, we'll do what we can to recommend, one of our lender partners. Yeah. But if not, just talking to people, seeing who's the most responsive lender, who has all the programs. Most lenders have the programs. Yeah. There's a lot of programs for first-time home buyers, down payment assistance. There's not one lender in the Valley that can just do the one loan.
Yeah.
Everybody can do the loans. Okay. From CalHFA to GSFA, FHA, pretty much all lenders can do the loans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just look for that.
Perfect. So once I find a lender, what's my next step?
Then we go ahead and meet at our office, go through your wants and needs. We'll go ahead and look at the buyer-broker agreement just to make sure that we're committed to the buyer. They know that we're committed to them and they're committed to us, and make sure that we jot down everything that they're looking for.
Okay.
And then to make sure that we keep them in that budget that they want to, so they won't just look at anything that's out there.
Okay.
So whatever's specific to them.
Oh, perfect. So I know. So that first step, find a lender. Well, maybe the first step would kind of know what payments you're comfortable making, find a lender, and then get with your agent, specify your needs and everything you would like. And then after that, you sign a buyer-broker agreement, and then you start looking at...
We start looking at homes.
Houses?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we start looking at houses, and then we find a house that we like.
Correct.
We put in
an offer, and then hopefully we'll look at all the options, see how many people are looking at these houses, to gauge how aggressive we're going to have to write up an offer, or how much we can get out of the seller at that point. Let's say if it's a house that's been on the market for 6 months, why don't we ask for a little bit more closing cost? Let's ask for inspections or home warranties. That's something that we could think of, depending on how much the house has been on the market.
Perfect.
How long has it's been on the market?
Perfect. Okay. So I just want to go back. So find a lender. Once you have your lender, you get your pre-approval. You find an agent that you want to work with. You go in with your budget, how much you can pay. Do you ever have people go in not prepared in that way, and then they end up maybe, I don't know, liking houses that are out of their budget, and they last minute they can't even afford, or not that affordable, or they can't? Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. There's been times where they're like, oh, I know I have good credit. I want to go look at houses. They don't want to meet with a lender until they find the house.
Yeah.
And that's a big mistake.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how good your credit is until you're actually in front of a lender, having them run your credit. That's the time that you'll know where you're at.
Perfect.
What you see on the apps, Credit Karma, Credit Wise, all those, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's estimation.
So would you advise buyers to stay away? Don't look at houses until you know what you're pre-approved for?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's what I would do. I mean,
have you had anybody that's gone to look at a house and they come in and their expectations I saw this beautiful 4-bedroom home, and then in reality it's not something, it's out of their
I've
means?
seen that happen. I mean, there's been times where they have good income, but at the end of the year when they do their taxes, they have so much deductions that their income on paper is a lot less than what their income, monthly it is. So it's that's why it's always better to go sit down with a lender,
Okay.
have them run the credit, look at taxes, look at bank statements. Then they'll be able to know exactly where they're at.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Elsie, for your expert advice. And I really hope that this has cleared any doubts or questions that you might have had on the home buying process. And we will be glad to help you along with if you're selling or buying your home. Here at Gold Key, we have an expert team of real estate agents and brokers that are ready to help. Give us a call. We're going to leave the number down below. And we have so much more to share with you guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow along.